Hello everyone, my name is Annie and this is my final project for CIS 3367 for Professor Adrian Wheeler. So for my final project, I'm going to do an income statement analysis and will incorporate the function solver to really help explain the objectives of my project. So here in the first worksheet labeled income statement, I created a really simple income statement for a make-believe cake delivery store called Annie's Cake Express. The income statement I created is pretty simple, includes the three main sections like revenue, expenses, and net income or loss. So in summary, an income statement is basically a reflection of a company's financial performance through a period of time. Usually it is annually or semi-annually. For this income statement that I created is to reflect the company's first year of operation. So it just opened. Annie's Cake Express revenue is based off the number of customers it receives and multiplying it by the base price, which in this case is $50 for a cake plus the delivery amount. Moving on to expenses, the expenses I have here are the ingredients for the cakes, labor wages, like for the people that deliver cakes and the pastry chefs, the rent for the location which the cakes are made at, utilities, and baking supplies. And then I have net income slash loss here. So in order to calculate revenue, it's basically the number of customers times the base price. Total revenue will obviously change as I input the customers I received through the year. And to calculate total expenses, it is the sum of all these expenses, which in total gives me a total expense of $50,000. Net income slash loss is calculated by total revenue minus total expenses. Right now it is negative $50,000, but that's because there's no revenue inputted. And to make this income statement to be much more useful for managers and easier to really analyze it, and I want to kind of format the net income slash loss where if there's a loss, I want to highlight that there is a loss, and if it's an income, I want to highlight there's net income. So let's start off with highlighting a net loss. And let's say if the company has a net loss, I want it to be easily seen that there is a net loss. So I want to highlight it by first clicking on the net income slash loss. I'm going to go to conditional formatting, highlighting cells rules less than. And because I want to figure out if there's a net loss, so I want to highlight when the net income or loss is less than 0, and I want to highlight it with light red fill with dark red text, and press OK. And because right now it's less than $0, it is highlighted as I set it. But let's say if there's net income and if there's number of customers, like let's say there was 1,500 customers, the total revenue is $75,000 based off the formula I set it, and because the revenue is greater than the total expenses, there is a net income of $25,000. But I also want to highlight that. So I will go back to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules greater than 0, and I want to highlight that with green fill with dark green text and press OK. And now, since it's net income, it highlights the number in green text to highlight there is a net income for the company. But the main reason for this income statement analysis, especially since this is the first year of operation, I want to see how many customers I need to receive or have in order to break even. So what break even means in a very simple form is when the revenues and expenses equal to equal to each other. So that's when net income equals to 0. I want to see at what point or how many customers I need to have in order to have revenue cover the amount of expenses I incurred, and any additional customers I have over the number, I will incur a profit. So helping me do that in order to aid in my break-even analysis, I'm going to create a scroll bar so I can alternate between the number of customers and to see at which point of customers will I get a net income of 0. So to create the scroll bar, I'm going to developer. I'm going to insert a scroll bar under the form controls, and then I'm just going to create the scroll bar right next to the income statement, and then I'm going to format it, format control, or you can also press properties. So right now the current value is 0. Minimum value is like the minimum amount of customers I want. So let's say I want minimum customers of like maybe 850, and the maximum number of customers maybe will be like around 1300. Incremental change will probably be 5, and what that means is basically as they go up or down, the number of customers will change an incremental of 5 people. And the sell link will be the part where I'll be changing in order to change the amount of revenue, expenses, and net income. And for my case, I want to change the number of customers to see where my net income equals to 0. So I'll click customers and press OK. And right now at 850, there's still net loss. But if I scroll down and then around 1,000 customers is where my revenue equals to $50,000, my expenses equals to $50,000, and my net income is 0. So at 1,000 customers, my company breaks even. Okay, now fast forward 3 years. I made another income statement where this is at the net income or loss for 2017 and 2018. And by using conditional formatting, I can tell here that easily that there was a net income for both of these years, was 7,500 for 2017 and 9,000 for 2018. Now, I'm in the year 2019. And my business has been doing pretty decent. There's been profit for all the years, and now I want to expand on what I'm offering to customers. I don't just want to sell just cakes. I want to also start selling cupcakes. So my problem here is that how many cakes and how many cupcakes should I deliver or in order to increase my net income from 2018 by 20%. So the net income looking for is $9,000 increased by 20%, which is $10,800. And I can easily find my answer by using the function solver. And I only have one constraint, and the constraint is cake sales should be at least 900, because previously through the break-even analysis, it said that for year 2017, I needed to have at least 1,000 customers in order to break even. So I want to have uh, at least 900 cake sales in order to be assured that I will at least be close to be making a profit during this year. So in order to figure out how many cakes and cupcakes I need to deliver or how many customers I need to have for 2019, I'm going to go to data. I am going to use solver. By clicking here, solver, my objective will be net income slash loss, because I'm trying to figure out at what quantity of cake sales and cupcake sales I need to deliver in order to increase my net income to the value of $10,800, which is my target net income for 2019. My changing variable sales, which will be the quantity of cake sales and the quantity of cupcake sales, because that is what I'm trying to change or find out in order to get my target net income. And as mentioned before, I have one constraint, and that is that cake sales should be at least $900. So I'm adding constraint. Cake sales, which is D6, has to be greater than or equal to 900. Press OK. And now I have all the information I needed, and my solving method which is simplex and LP. Click solve. We'll keep the solver solution, and by solver, I should have 900 cake sales and 700 cupcake sales in order to get a net income of $10,800 for 2019, which is my target net income for 2019. That is it for my overall final project. Thank you for listening and have a great day.